This is a 5-part series of video about HRM in an educational institution. This was shot by one of the leading college in India, the PSG Institute of Management. The final year students of MBA had done this project as part of their internship in 2020. I was heading the HR department as HR manager during my tenure at Rathinam Group of Institutions. Management students can make use of the information provided in these videos, so here we go.
Could you describe the situation that you had with the co-workers and how you handled it?
The tough situations.
Difficult situation or conflicts.
Conflicts. Yeah, again, you can take that situation. There's one person, very friendly in the department, and like anybody has to have very casual talk with that person and everything. And one fine day, I just got a message from the management saying that that person needs to be terminated, and it was a very shocking experience. And I didn't know how to react. This person was so very close to me, saying hi, hello to me, and how will I face that person now tomorrow to sit with him and tell that you are terminated? And it took real hard time for me to come to that senses. And like as very innocently, I just put to the management saying that so he's doing well, probably you have some identity difference. Maybe this is not the person you're talking about. The person is really doing well and is really hardworking guy and all. Are you really sure this person is to be terminated? Then the management got really furious. Now I know what it is. You don't have to justify that this person is doing well and good. I've got information saying that they have a list of things. They have different sources of getting information also, saying that this person has done so and so wrong things. He needs to be terminated. So that was one little tough thing. But then I did manage. I had to talk to him in a very diplomatic, friendly manner and convince him. But relationship is good. He understood that he's getting terminated for so and so reason.
And
About the work-life balance, recently, like a week ago, a Finland Prime Minister, she announced like 4 days of work is enough, and 3 days we need to spend time with our family and other work culture, because I think it's very good decision. But country like India, do you think like individuals will benefit?
Definitely no. The moment you say it is 4 days work, right?
Yes.
And 3 days off,
Yes.
they'll go for another job. Yeah. See, because India is a country where people need money. And the moment you tell them the other 3 days are off, do you think they're going to sit at home and spend time with the family?
No.
Definitely no. They'll go for another part-time job. So that will not work for Indian culture.
But what if like every job, either is a private or government, everyone has the same rule, and I think it changes people's mindset in a way like they will be cool their mind in 3 days to want to work in the next 4
It's a
days.
very rich country, Finland kind of country. Our country is rich enough, wherein the government takes charge of everything: your health, your medical expenses, education, your all other expenses. You're free. Not to save. People here bother all their life just to keep saving. If that is taken care by the government, then people can relax. That's the only major thing. Then the people may not even work. So 3 days they can work and 4 days they can relax. If everything monetarily it is taken care of, your future, everything.
and some educational institutions they select even visually challenged people. Do you have anybody?
Yes, we very much have one person in accounts department who is dumb and deaf. So he does take care of the filing and other process.
And do you have any reservation for recruitment on based on community or anything on gender?
As of now, community wise, definitely we are not going to have. And gender wise, we need to have certain percentage of females and certain percentage of men. But as of now, I think it's healthy enough. Our institution has a healthy ratio of male and female. So, no issues.
How do you update yourself in the developing trends like acting workshops?
The HR, yeah. I always look out for the online training on anything upcoming for the HR thing. Now, even recently, the management sponsored for my training in Chennai, wherein chairman's wife and myself had to go for Chennai for one training. And that was I thought I should approach the management, but they themselves felt that I should be going there. It was completely sponsored, and I did undergo that one training. It was good, helpful.
And there's a survey taken by our college that within the PSG institutions, the survey was to conclude that whether people like to work in team or not in team. And more than 90% is responded that they don't want to
Work in team. Oh my God.
And do you have conducted any survey in your institution?
Nothing so far, but then this will actually help us to find out the mindset of people. Now, some people do really well in a group. And some people really do well as a solo. Yeah, when you tell them, you give them the task and let them free on their own, they come out creatively so very nicely. They'll come out independently. But when you ask them to work with some other partner, they just cannot. So it depends from person to person. So we can't have one generalized thing.
Ma'am, what kind of trend do you expect in the field of human resource in the upcoming 5 years?
One thing is it has to be completely automated. Like all your, say from your salary process to your attendance, your even the KRA has to be done automated. Because there are institutions where I used to work earlier and all, even the KRA has to be, it used to be very automated. No need to somebody provoking it. It's all through the ERP within the time frame. As I said, the procedure of KRA, you have your self-rating, the management rates you, that is if I'm reporting to the next person, they will rate me within that time frame. It is automated and it shows this what is your rating and this is your increment. Metrics should be very transparent and it has to be published to the employees, wherein there is no bias. Now why? So somebody has got higher pay and all that thing. Management should have that records with them always, anytime. If anybody is coming and pointing out, there should not be any bias, there should not be any partiality kind of thing. That will happen if you have everything automated through ERP. That's what I feel, at least in the next 5 years, if things are systematically automated, like how it happens in IT companies and all, biometric timing, 1 second, if you're late, that's it. You will ask for the policy, if it is, they have to deduct your half-day salary, it goes by that. So that has to have even in the educational institutions. And IT companies, it's all centralized. So even if they have say 10, 15 companies all across India, the same policy follows everywhere. And the salary gets processed, say 31st, your salary gets closed, first your money is credited in your account. So that sophistication is very much required in education.
There is a general complaint among the student community that they get very much distracted by mobile phones, social media. And that particular syndrome is getting spread into the adult also. Do you think your employees are getting distracted by the mobile phones, WhatsApp, checking the WhatsApp messages?
All those work. Yeah, that was one of the major reasons why we shifted from WhatsApp to Teams. Teams is more of a professional thing. It comes within Microsoft thing. So people who are having this corporate email, only those people can be using the Teams. WhatsApp, what happens is it's a generalized social media. Earlier we used to completely work on WhatsApp only. We are trying to minimize the WhatsApp usage and putting into Teams. So most of that business talks or transaction of documents or images or whatever happens through the Teams. So we are shifting it from social media to the regular one.
After you took up the job as HR person here, have you brought any changes?
Yeah, one is that shifting the salary cycle time. That is, as I said, 20 days, 10 days was already held back. So we have shifted to the cycle from 1 to 31st. That was one of the major thing. And then there was something called as continuity pay. And there were some flaws in the policy. Wherein I did notice it and I spoke to the management and there were supportive, majority of them supported saying that it is not clear and it needs to be revised. And management took time and effort to sit back and review the entire CP. It was revised and it got implemented and people did get their money back. So that was one major thing.
And other than incentives and promotions, do you award people for motivating them, like the best employee, the best teacher?
Yes, that happens. Something called as we have a very people look forward to something called as Rathinam Awards. Okay. So that happens during the Teachers' Day celebration. and it's done in a very major thing. I mean, mostly the management team is involved in selecting courses, what are the selection criteria, how it is done. It is done in a very systematically, professionally, sophisticated manner. We have what you call 100% accurate data to show on what basis this person has been awarded. And we do it in like almost like how we have this Filmfare Award and all, the 3 nominees, and we have 1 person selected. And people look for till the last moment. It is all kept so, I mean, suspense. People will be called on stage. You never know whose name is going to be called as a winner, and that brings in the thrill. It's happening for almost 4 or 5 years now, and that enthusiasm is not diminished. People are waiting for that. That Rathinam Awards. Where is it going
It
to happen?
happens because of performance appraisal or the results.
Everything is taken care of.
Students' feedback is also.
Yes, very much. All this criteria, whatever you said, so it's all there. Based on all these parameters, what we judge the person's caliber.
Do you have any brainstorming sessions for innovative ideas and challenges within the HR team?
Our team is very small one now. Like myself, and I have 2 assistants, and they've just finished their BBA, so just 1 year plus experience. But I have not got that opportunity to sit with them and think or plan innovatively. I need somebody to like almost at par to come out with ideas. But I do give my ideas to the management. We sit across sometimes and plan out what we can do for the employees and other things. And one of the things, as I said, this Darbar movie is going to happen. So that was also one of the major things now, because engineering has got their accreditation MBA work. So that was one of the achievements. And ARCAS has their own achievements. To celebrate all this together is what we are taking this Darbar movie.
And in your institution, the employees here, they have a facility of getting counseled. If they have any personal problem, do you recommend a psychiatrist to attend?
There was, from school point of view, we do have a psychology counselor. From college level, as of now, we don't have, but then we have medical assistants. There's a doctor coming in the evenings between 3 to 5. So he takes care of not the mental health problem, but the physical health problem we do provide within the campus. That is it.
Thank you so much, ma'am. We had a good time. We prepared only 5 questions for each, but when you talk, like many things popped up.
It was very nice to feel at ease with all of you. Though we are meeting for the first time, so it was at the first time itself, like I felt really comfortable talking to you all.